Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. I should wait till I have more to report before calling Beth. A cat named Greta. G.R. A cat named Greta. G.R. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I.S.
So GR from Greta and IS from Doris. Gree? Could that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try. Gree. Let's see if that will unlock the case in 509.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella? Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice. I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed. Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected. I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to. An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed. Mr. Cruz? It's Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him? Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean... Please let there be someone around who can help. I should try to get some help. There has to be someone else on this floor. fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. I have to get the power back on. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box? I don't think there's anything here that would help me. Might need this to restore power. It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box? Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box. It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea. I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea. be Anne Beaumont?
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Okay, this looks like something I can use to open the fuse box. These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here? Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace. So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us. Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night? "9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504. I have to get the power back on. Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel. Paul really got into his role. He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. right, thank God. Now, to get the power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do. How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Not much use without the rest of the code. Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police. I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk. Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police. Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back. Hello? Is anyone in? Hello? I need help. Hello? Is anyone in? I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk. sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Phone. I need a phone.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police. So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan? Is this the brochure Beth was talking about? The one that came in the mail for Anne? The West Coast. That's about as far from Montreal as you can get without crossing an ocean. It's okay, Sophie. The police will be here soon. They'll take care of everything. Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role-playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator. Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body: do not touch. It could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep them apart.
Beth.
Oh, you know. You know. That photographer I've told you about, Ziva Rivers. She was more than a gal pal. We were together for a while, and I was so in love. It was like a fire a rain couldn't put out. I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last. But while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things, just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I just assumed. What with all the blood.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We've found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now they're...
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. Bernard's probably in his lair. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing? I have to clean the puddle by Bernard's office.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
Would it come with a reward?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay, then I'll do it.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean! A shame I won't get to be there when you receive your reward.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get rewarded while you lose your job.
Don't feel bad about it. You deserve it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too. Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep, They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.